done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition? Bone face.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Ah, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
God.
My nigga.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I got a question for you. Do you have car insurance?
100%. No reason.
All right. Do you have homeowners insurance?
100%.
Do you have life insurance?
100%.
Do you have medical insurance?
100%.
Did you get tired of your insurance agent talking about the possibilities of you losing your life and being rewarded? Hold on for a second. I know, but don't be a butt person. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have insurances. Although it's a very uncomfortable situation, and life insurance people who sell it tend to be scumbags. They tend to be looked at as scumbags, like, I don't want to have this conversation about me dying, but you surely will die. So you better have the conversation. The reality is, yes, it's a very tough conversation. I have to spend a lot of time talking about it. It's very difficult. However, there needs to be some insurance, and there's no insurance, and so we must talk about it.
He ain't lying.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, "Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you." She said, "Okay, I think I can take it." So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
I feel big at tears anyway, you see my
Lisa! Lisa, we need a life coach, and we found her. She's laying it all out. It's gonna stretch out our future.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this here. Oh, drop my phone. Can't be having that now. So, yo, I appreciate y'all tuning in on this Monday. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all Labor Day weekend. You know, it's the very last day. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all still coming back from work. Shit, I was supposed to work, but you know what I'm saying? They somehow, guess I was requested it off. So, hey, you know, I've been enjoying. So, salute. I appreciate y'all. So, anyway, we're going to talk about what DDG got to say. Now, before I get into that, I'm going to go into the chat. Shout out to my boy XL Pro. He says like, share, subscribe, Cash App, $ Cali West 1. I appreciate you. Yeah. So yeah, man. So yeah, let's get this party started. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna hold y'all up all night. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I'm gonna be on that long, but hey, you know, gotta make sure we pay them bills, right? So, you know, we all know, you know, Coach Greg Adams put us on to the monetized data market probably close to 8 to 10 years ago. Man, longer than I could even remember. But with that being said, you know, a lot of people are catching on. A lot of people are taking this talking points. You know, I do my best to make sure I give credit where credit is due. Unfortunately, the internet doesn't give a fuck about all that because they do whatever they got to do. But shout out to Coach Greg Adams. Now, with that being said, a lot of things I learned from Coach Greg Adams is, you know, there's always trade-offs, you know, and the money is not an end-all, be-all, but money is a necessity. Money is a tool, just like anything else in life. You know, the more tools you have, the more you can do the job, right? Now, DDG, you know, I actually like DDG, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I actually like DDG. I think the only negative thing I could probably say about DDG is that, you know, I think he has the right idea set in mind, I believe that he is an individual who will grow and mature. But the truth is his lack of life experience is essentially what's detrimental to him and even detrimental to his message. But, you know, if y'all want to see what I'm talking about, the best way I could do it is just by playing the video. And then, you know, we're going to talk about the video, and we're going to break this down. We're going to break this down by molecule, sector by sector. Because y'all know, you know what I mean, I could be called, quote unquote, a big trick myself, because I do believe in just paying for what you want. But we're going to get into that. Here we go.
I don't think no girl should feel bad for not wanting to be with a nigga that ain't getting no money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't want to make someone feel weird.
No, it's like, I don't know why people try to make that bad. Nigga, if you fucked up, if your pocket's fucked up, you should be with a girl anyway. Like,
no facts. Like,
you ain't getting no money.
Date,
like being with girls and being around girls supposed to be expensive. It's like, as a man, you're supposed to be able to pay for that shit. I wouldn't feel comfortable letting a girl pay for all my shit, personally.
Now, yo, there's a couple of reasons why I feel a little bit problematic. It's not even so much his premise, because I do believe that you have to pay for. I do believe you get what you pay for. I do believe if you're cheap, fixing your car, you can get cheap fixing your car results. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting that crate motor for like $5,000, $10,000, you decide to go to, I don't know, pick your part, get you a motor for like $250. You can't be mad when you have trouble with the oil pump, gas monitors and that, right? And the engine's coming knocking, right? You definitely get what you pay for. You don't want a car note, so you buy a car cash. You buy the cheapest car cash, you probably can not have longevity with that car. Now, of course, you can still go and spend a lot of money at the car dealership and still, 3 years later, still be in the same predicament that somebody was in when they bought a $1,000 car. So, it's all about calculated risk in life. And I don't think DDG understands that. And a prime example of why DDG doesn't understand that is the fact of how his relationships have transpired, especially with, Haley Bailey, he thought, just paying for her and, being loyal to a chick is all that they wanted. See, what DDG doesn't understand is, it's all good if you're loyal to your woman, you want to, build a family with her. But what if she doesn't want to build a family with you? See, that's just one prime example that I have, not necessarily against him, but that's the thing that he has working against himself. It's just the lack of life experience. DDG is what, 23, 24? As a 46-year-old man, I've never been married. I don't have any kids I know of, but I definitely know a thing or two about dating and relationships. And one thing I can definitely say is, broke dating definitely sucks. I can tell y'all from personal experience that I broke dated a long time in my life. And I can honestly say that some of these hoes, if I was to line up all these hoes, they'll all look like the front of a Cracker Jack box. You feel me? They're going to be all different shapes and sizes. One baddie, 3 fatties, you know what I'm saying? A couple eye ones, you know what I'm saying? A few middies. It's going to be all over the place. So just me that you definitely get what you pay for. So if you ain't paying for pussy, you'd be surprised what these guys are not paying for. So, that's the other side of the coin. But back to what DDG got to say, I do want to expound on it a little bit. And I ain't lie. I kind of feel like he was kind of low key. I think he was kind of virtue signaling to some degree because of his wording. And I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to break it down. Here we go.
I
don't think no girl should feel bad for not wanting to be with a nigga that ain't getting no money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't want to make someone feel weird.
No, it's like I don't know why people try to make that bad, nigga. If you fucked up, if your pocket's fucked up, you should be with a girl anyway. Like,
no facts. Like,
you ain't getting no money.
Date,
being with girls and being around girls supposed to be expensive. It's like, as a man, you're supposed to be able to pay for that shit. I wouldn't feel comfortable letting a girl pay for all my shit, personally.
Okay. So y'all heard it again, because I want y'all to kind of let this sink in a little bit. And salute to my boy Sky Daddy 44444. He says, big dog, I knew y'all could count on you on late night streams to get me through my workout. Salute to my brother from another. Is it that late? Well, I guess it is not. I meant to come on at 8, but I appreciate you tuning in, my G. Salute to the free agent lifestyle.
My nigga.
Yeah, so let's break this down a little bit more. Now, first and foremost, the one reason why I let it play the second time all the way through is because we have to gotta say something too. If we're talking about literally just dating, like, just the word dating, I mean, here's the thing. The word dating is used very loosely, and we need to be very specific. Dating stems from prostitution. Shout out to Coach Rick Adams. Do you need to have, here's the thing, I do believe that money plays a part in a relationship. Whether you're old fashioned and, you're just courting her, or whether you just meet her at the lake, like how your grandma and grandpa used to do, meet at the lake, have a picnic. Even if you do it that way, it's eventually going to cost you money. Because guess what? What if she gets pregnant? Kids cost money. What if y'all decide to live with each other? Moving together costs money. You're definitely going to have a plan to, get a nice apartment, get a nice house. What else? So it really depends on what we're talking about here. Courting costs money too. To provide a life for you and your woman, you have to have something. There's a reason why male birds, build a nest before they get into a relationship, right? Now here's the flip side. Here's the flip side to the coin. Just because women are an expense, I don't believe they should be expensive per se. I don't believe that to be honest with you, I don't believe there's any low cost with dealing with women. But let's just be real. Just because you have a woman, just because you have to provide for her, doesn't mean that you have to let her run amok. Just because dating is, just because having girls is could be an expense, doesn't have to mean that it has to be expensive. But what I'm saying is, you still have to have, every man got to have a code. Every man got to have to say, okay, you know what? I don't mind having a woman, but guess what? Am I going to give her the black card? Whether I could, even if you could afford it, are you going to give her the black card and let her go around and spend all her money? A lot of men, especially black men, will probably do that just because they have the money. But guess what? If you're really business minded and you're really trying to, watch your money and have money, in your older years, you're not going to allow that. For example, Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre was a billionaire, okay? Keyword. Probably still is a billionaire, but he is a billionaire or was a billionaire, okay? And guess what? You know why he got a divorce, y'all? He ended up getting a divorce because he took away his wife's black card. He felt that she spent way too much money. And if y'all look at the court docs, she was spending a lot of money. A lot of people say, well, you're not rich, so it's a big deal to you. No. Even for a billionaire like Dr. Dre, his own wife was spending way too much money. Way too much money. And guess what? And that's what led to the divorce. She divorced him because he took away her black card. So, DDG, explain to me that if a woman is expensive, right, it's supposed to be expensive, then why is it that Dr. Dre, a man who has probably 100 times more money than you, could not afford it and could not hack it? Explain that, G.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And there's not a shot at DDG. I actually like DDG. I actually like some of his music. I actually like, and I actually like him as a person. I'm actually rooting for you, DDG. If you're watching this, DDG, I'm rooting for you. I just believe that there is a lack of experience, and you're, I don't feel like you're really speaking from experience. And I do believe that you're using some form of logic, but not. I don't believe that your whole thought process is logical. And not because I don't think that you should break bread on a woman. I do believe that when you come from a position of authority and have money, I do definitely believe that you could demand for more from a woman. But shit, look at Will Smith, for example. He gave his woman the world. He made her a household name. And guess what? She still shitted on him. And to this day, still disrespecting that nigga. So, having money doesn't necessarily mean that, you're going to have a good relationship with your woman or even going to have control over your
Congratulations. You played yourself.
But like I said, it is a tool. But guess what? You can have all the tools in the world, but if you don't have to utilize those tools, then guess what? You're just as bad as someone who doesn't have any tools at all.
Emotional damage.
Oh, my boy Sky Daddy 444 says for the collection plate and cooking. I appreciate you for the $2 super chat. Every dollar counts, man. I appreciate you. He also says salute to everyone in the chat. Happy Labor Day, fellas. I appreciate you. Hashim Shabazz comes through and says salute. He says we in her yesterday on a Labor Day. Yeah. I ain't on cap. I wasn't even surprised to have this many people on to be even in here on this night. You feel me? I figure y'all have better things to do. But it's all good. Shout out to the Righteous Fear crew. The Righteous Fear is real. You already know. You know what I'm saying? You know. So shout out to Coach Greg Adams. Soon we all gonna have our own seminar as well.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
Yeah. Ashish Shabazz come through with a $2 super chat. He says, Happy Labor Day. Well, I appreciate y'all and these super chats. YouTube needs to see this shit here. For real, for real. Yeah. Now, SkyDaddy4444 says DDG just needs to keep living. Not enough life experience. Facts. Well, you know what? I can honestly say, for what it's worth, I don't mind him stating his opinion, but just know he's gonna have unks and big bros like me and you and I. We're gonna check him about that. And plus, I do believe that it should be discussed because, to some degree, I do believe that he does have a point. It's just not explained thoroughly. It just kind of comes off as, oh well, you know, a woman's not supposed to be expensive, so you got an expensive bitch. You know, she asked for a $15K Birkin bag. Oh, let's get her the Birkin bag, or you know. This might set the wrong precedent with young men. Because guess what? Many young men who do not have DDG's money, they don't have YouTube money like DDG or rap career. So a lot of these kids who hear that, oh, you ain't got no money, you should be dating. Some of these guys might go to a life of crime. They might go sell drugs. They might go try to rob people and try to scam to make money. Just to go date a woman. Just to go sleep with a woman, and it's temporary. Just so he can go sleep with a woman and eventually end up not even, you know, being with her long term anyway. Which is usually the situation in most relationships anyway. Whether you have a relationship you're paying for free or for a fee, it usually doesn't last anyway if everything else is not in play. Like, for example, she's not attracted to you, you're not attracted to her, you know, she doesn't respect you. There's a lot of things that come into play, a lot of nuance that he's not letting up. Because, yes, you do want to be willing to pay for what you want. But at the same time, you still want a woman to want you for you. Or you still want a woman to at least, whether y'all are permanent or temporary, you still want a woman who respects you enough. You know, who respects you enough not to try it. Unfortunately, you know, most women are disrespectful. So even if you have money, if you don't have money, you know, women are just one of those things, they're the X factor. You can have all the money and still not keep her. But I definitely agree with Sky Daddy. But Sky Daddy, I'm glad that you agree with me. DDG just needs to keep living. He does not have enough life experience. You can just tell, this is how I said, and I kind of feel like he was kind of capable for her a little bit. You know, like I said, I got love for DDG. I actually like him as a character, as a person, you know, as a personality. But I do believe he was capable. I think he was definitely peacocking for this 304. He was definitely peacocking for the 304.
I don't think no girl should feel bad for not wanting to be with a nigga that ain't getting no money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't want to make someone feel weird.
No, it's like, I don't know why people try to make that bad. Nigga, if you fucked up, if your pocket's fucked up, you should be with a girl anyway. Like,
no facts. Like,
you ain't getting no money.
Date,
being with girls and being around girls is supposed to be expensive. It's like, as a man, you're supposed to be able to pay for that shit. I wouldn't feel comfortable letting a girl pay for all my shit, personally.
See, and like I said, you know, DDG, I feel like he just said that for the women. Because, like I said, you know, maybe he just said, y'all fellas, you know what, fellas, you know, maybe we would say like something like Coach Greg Adams would say. Coach Greg Adams would have been like, well, you know what, fellas? You know, keep your heads in your books, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to join, let's just say, if you're going to join, I don't know, if you're going to, he would have gave some better advice. He would have said at least, keep your head down, get your trades, get your money up, and then come back out and date. You know what I'm saying? And the woman you're really supposed to date, she's playing with Barbie dolls right now. By the time you get your shit together, she would have already graduated. She'd be legal enough for you to be with her. That would have been a better message. But DDG doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have the life experience. There's, like I said, and a lot of us, man, we didn't have the life experience either until we end up getting life experience. But guess what? If I would have had someone tell me in the past, not to even focus on women in my age group, I'd be a lot more successful. Because the truth is, you don't want to be with these chicks any motherfucking way, bro. Most of these chicks ran through choo-choos. For real. Unless we end up finding out anyway about that age anyway. Thousand cock stare.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Damn.
And took her breath some more.
And took her breath some more, yo. XL Pro says, women respect what they earn. Reward good behavior, punish bad behavior. He's discussing from regular guys now. I understand not broke dating. Facts. Like that, right. See, XL Pro, he had elaborated on a little bit more than me. He did kind of, think about it, he did kind of alienate himself from regular guys because he was thinking about DDG. One thing I kind of liked about DDG was the fact that I kind of feel like he was a regular bro. I kind of feel like he was a regular bro, and I understand things change. I know money does change you for the positive and the negative. I get that. But I believe DDG was one reason why I kind of like DDG is I was under the impression that he was just a streamer, rapper. I didn't, to be honest with you, I was even surprised to find out that he smokes weed. Like, I didn't know he smoked weed. But what's ironic is that he smoked weed, but I guess he don't buy it. He be smoking everybody else's shit. But it's probably a good play because one, if you smoke only when you smoke with other people, one, you're not spending money on it. And two, you probably more enjoy it, when you kind of hang out with the friends and smoke with them versus if you always got it. You feel me? Then you get a habit, right? Don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me how I know. But I guess that still makes him a regular person. But it is all this little big money talk stuff. It's like DDG. If you had if you had 10,000 subs or 20,000 subs on Twitch or whatever, you wouldn't be talking like that now. But now you got your money. Now I guess you can talk like that because I don't think he talked like this before, or did he? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but he definitely disconnected himself from regular guys from that. And like I said, what they say? They say it's not what you say is how it's interpreted. Even though XL Pro understands that broke, not to be broke dating. Even though Cali West might understand not to be broke dating. Even though Skydaddy 4444 might understand not to broke date. Or Hashim Shabazz understands not to broke date. He's still setting the wrong precedence because he's talking about women are supposed to be expensive. I don't really necessarily. I know they cost. Here's the thing. There's a difference between costing and being expensive. I would say expensive is you just dating a girl, she's already asking you for money and already has sex yet. I'm sorry. Just because love costs doesn't mean that I should be paying an upfront cost. No. I'm not gonna pay a deposit just so I can meet you. No, I'm not gonna give you bread before I even know you because I'm gonna give you some bread because you told me that you were hungry at lunch, so I'm supposed to give you $50 or plus more. No, I'm not gonna do all that. Now, once I figure, the first time we date or the first time we link up, You know, I'll buy you drinks. You want to eat up, you know? Because it does cost money to entertain a chick, right? But at the same time, if you got a chick talk about, oh, you're supposed to take her to Noble on the first date, get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, love is a cost, and it is expense. But I don't believe that it should just be off the wall expensive, bro.
This is a sick Negro.
Now, in DDG, you know, now if he was trying to date, I don't know. Oh my God. Please don't tell me I broke my charger. Please don't let me broke my charger. Oh my God. Oh, when it fell, probably broke. Hopefully it can still charge. But anyway, like I was saying though, man, at the end of the day, you know, now, okay, if I guess I wanted to, I don't know, I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if I wanted to date Tyler, okay, I can understand that dating Tyler might be kind of expensive. Tyler, you know, she has, you know, she's a woman of means. You know, it's going to cost some money to date her. You feel me? But best believe, if Tyler was, you know, let's just say, I'm just saying hypothetically speaking, if I was a millionaire and I was like racking in dough and I got with Tyler, yeah, I will probably front most of the money in the relationship. But guess what? That don't mean Tyler needs to have her own motherfucking account. If Tyler thinks that she's going to have her own account just because she's Tyler, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? Me and her ain't going to be together. Because guess what? You know, there's, you know, everyone should be vested to some degree. Like, for real. Like, that's kind of why when you buy a car, you know, they want you to put something down. Now, yeah, you know, I almost look at it like this. In a relationship is almost kind of like a mortgage or a car note agreement, right? You own it, right? But guess what? She still has to put in something. She has to put some skin in the game, you know, which is, i.e., you know, sign over the rest of her checks. You know, she want to have access to my millions, but look, you got to put your thousands in my millions, okay? You're not just gonna have your thousands and be dipping in my millions, right? Which is essentially what Tyreek Hill's wife was doing, right? Now, you know, that exit process is difficult when as a younger man, because you're getting experience with women trying to build yourself up. Facts. Because think about it. I hate to say this. You know, I know this is how things used to be, but things ain't used to be anymore. Remember, a man and woman used to build together. You know, unfortunately, those days came and gone. But the truth is that that's really what men and women should be doing to survive. Unfortunately, just because you're supposed to do something doesn't mean that people are going to do it. Because let's just be real. If anyone dating a woman dating a guy in high school, she can't realistically expect him to be taking her to Noble. She can't really expect him to take her to places that you know, that she sees on IG. And she might even understand that he can't take her to places on IG. Hence why she decides to go get with somebody else. And anyone who breaks up with you because of money is essentially doing you a favor. Especially if you're on your money shit too. Like, you just don't have it right now because you're 19, 20, 21. Then, hey, she could go on about her business. But guess what? When you're about 42 and, you know, you bump her on Facebook, she's like, oh, you're 40 and I'm 40. We should get with each other. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta just, you know what I'm saying, reject her. You know? Straight up, bro. Just like, hey, straight up, reject that ass.
Nope.
Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, they didn't want to deal with you. So, hey, guess what? You got to get on your grind on your own. That's okay. But that doesn't mean that you should still select from that same batch of old, dusty ass bitches, though. Right? And it is difficult for a young man. And that's why, you know, Coach Greg Adams, you know, endorses age gap relationships, because by the time you're old enough to afford them, you know what I'm saying, what you gonna do? Just get with the same chick that you were trying to get with 20 years ago? That'd be goofy. No, you're gonna go for the gold, right? Exit process when I was 19, my older sister told me, don't chase pussy if you don't have money and business in order. Facts. And look, I can honestly say too, like, I'm not saying I don't be getting no pussy like for the low, but guess what? Trust me, there ain't nobody to be bragging about. You know, I cannot honestly say that, oh, there's some chicks that I can honestly say that there were some, I ain't gonna lie. I have fucked some chicks, I guess, kind of on free, right? But it doesn't last long. Because guess what? Usually those girls who, you know, you don't have to give them money for, they're usually in it for the thrill. But guess what? When it comes time for them to pay bills and to have a place to stay, they end up going to where the money is, you know? So even if you do bag a chick who looks pretty good, you know what I'm saying, even without any money, it's only a matter of time, unless you're willing to be that man to break bread, only a matter of time until you start giving it to somebody else. A lot of times, you're usually sharing the chick. So a guy, he might be breaking bread, and you know, maybe there's a dude who's smashing her for free, but guess what? He's sharing her with a dude who's paying. That's kind of one of the reasons why I break bread for pussy now. Because, you know, too many times, especially with this one bitch. This is one chick I remember I was fucking with. You know, I ended up finding out this dude who wasn't as, you know, good looking as me. Yeah, I said it. I found out a dude who was not as good looking as me, not in the same shape as me, probably didn't even have a better job than me, was fucking the same bitch. Why? I'm gonna tell you why he was fucking that bitch. He was doing what I wasn't doing, giving her ass motherfucking money, bro. That's what it was.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, you know, hey, be this. There's a lesson learned. Exo process, when they don't worry about money, she wants a lot of attention. Hey, yeah, there's always, hey, one thing I kind of learned from CGA is that there's no magic pill. There's no unicorns out there. It's really only trade-offs. If you have a chick who doesn't ask you for money, she gonna want you to go to, look, because I ain't gonna lie, this one chick out, the same chick I'm talking about, the same chick who was fucking a dude for money, or she was fucking with a dude before me who was just giving her money. This same chick, okay, she had me go to, she had like a pretty big family. Your boy had to go to every family function. You know, she used to want me always, she used to want me to be always over her house. She essentially wanted me to even move in with her. But the only reason I didn't is because I'm not a homosexual. I have my own crib. And I think that's kind of one thing that was one positive thing too. I never decided to move in with her, even though, you know, she might have made it tempting and stuff like that. I never moved in with her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I just had to think it out, you know, on my own. But one thing I could definitely say is, you know, there was a lot of time that I had wasted fucking with her. You know? But that was right before I joined the Red Pill space in like 2015, 2016. But yeah, man. And what's crazy was when me and her relationship started going bad, I started working more. And that was about then when I started getting more money and started getting more access to the women that I should have been fucking with. Because you know what, y'all? I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I could honestly say that I believe that, you know, when you deal with relationships, sometimes you lose your way. Sometimes you lose yourself, just like Eminem says. Sometimes you just lose yourself, bro. Dealing with a chick, you know, chasing her and being on her program. But, you know, money's definitely a tool. Definitely a tool that you definitely got to use and not, you know, and not abuse it and not let, you know, people abuse you just to get to it, right? I believe DDG could have definitely set the premise a little bit different. Like I said, I feel like he just said it in a spur of the moment, almost to kind of cape and to kind of like, to really, truly, honestly, kind of, I believe that he was peacocking. I believe that he was kind of, you know, putting a little embellishment on it and his wording. Let's play it one more time, for the road.
I
don't think no girl should feel bad for not wanting to be with a nigga that ain't getting no money.
Yeah.
Now, he says he doesn't feel bad. A woman shouldn't feel bad for dealing with a man who's not getting, he's not getting money. Here's the flip side to it. What if you're a dude who's getting money? You're getting money, but you're not getting a lot of money? How about that? You're getting money, Like, you know, you can afford a Honda Accord or shit. You might be able to even buy a Chevy Camaro. But you don't have, you know, you don't have the large SRT money. You don't have dope boy money. You don't have trick money. Does that mean that you can't have a woman? You might be substantially together. Like, for example, you might have an apartment. You might even have 1 or 2 cars, right? Sound like me, right? But guess what? Just because you don't have money to go to Noble every other day, she might consider you a nigga who don't get money. Think about it. Most women, when they say a nigga broke, you end up finding out the dude's not even broke. He just doesn't have the luxury of just throwing away money. So, you know, so when these chicks say that the dude can't afford them, it's not so much that he can't afford her to go get her nails done or some shit like that. No, it is that these chicks, they're expecting the baller life that they see on IG. XL Pro says that's not most guys. They in the gray area, not balling but maintaining okay. Like, for example, you might be all right. Here's the thing. See, that's the thing. I just kind of feel like DDG was low key. Like, I believe that he was simping. He was low key little. I wouldn't say it's simp behavior. I just kind of feel like he was just, and maybe it is simp behavior. I just believe that he really is mixing the message here, because what a woman considers to be broke and what a man in their 40s or an intelligent person in their 20s will believe that's broke are 2 different things. Like, for example, I might be able, here's the thing, like I said, like Sky Daddy says, simp light. Yeah, I definitely believe that he was simping. I do believe that he was simping. I don't believe that was his intent as a simp, but I do believe that he spoke a little overzealous only because he kind of wants to kind of make himself, I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to say because I kind of like the guy. You know, if I didn't like the motherfucker or I didn't really care about him, I'd probably just be saying what I gotta say. But I do believe that, here's the thing, y'all, it's not that I don't agree with his general premise. I do believe dating costs, but I don't believe that being with a girl should be expensive. I don't believe that, just because you're with a girl, you should just be giving her life, diamonds and pearls and all types of shit just for the fuck of it, just because she's a woman. No, I don't believe that. I do believe that, hey, if you want a woman who look good, you're probably gonna have to maybe pay for her gym membership. You gotta pay for her lifestyle. You might want to pay for her gym dealership, but guess what? You might have to pay for her having the luxury of not having to go to work, because guess what? She go to work, she's gonna have to basically listen to another man, right? So just keep that in mind. Or you may not mind her going to work, but guess what? Maybe you kind of want to have her so comfortable to the point that her boss can never ask her to stay over late, because guess what? She got an early date with you. You feel me? So money is a tool. Like I said, y'all, money is definitely a tool. But I do definitely believe that he is low-key simping. Sky Daddy said he is kind of right in the way. He's just not the right person to say it, even with his recent history. Right, hey, which is my premise, which is actually my main point when I started out at the beginning. So salute to you. And then he says, yeah, he's just not the right person with his recent history. Also, he didn't give the full range. What does the man get? Facts, exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, there's a lot of nuance to his statement. I just believe that he could have said it differently. He could have said, dating a woman, dating a woman who's worth it may cost you. It would have been better saying. It may cost you, because guess what? Black men, we have a stigma about paying for what we did. Like, for women, we too stuck in this pimp player mindset that we don't believe that we should spend money on any bitch, on any money on a chick, which is actually wrong. Because guess what? Even pimps spend money on their hoes. We might not think that they do, but guess what? A pimp houses his hoe. He gotta feed his hoe. He gotta dress his hoe. He gotta make his hoe feel good. So guess what? He pays, and guess what? He can't go off to his wife and kids and leave his hoes in the hotel. He gotta be with them bitches. So just believe pimp pays as well. But a lot of black men don't even understand what pimping really is, and if they really knew what it was, they wouldn't celebrate it as much. And yes, he didn't explain what the man gets or what's the expectations of paying for a woman. Because guess what? Any woman I'm going to maintain, she got to be that woman. There's a lot of requirements that she has to have, not just being my girlfriend or just being a woman. No. Sky Daddy says, as Coach would say, all men pay. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. He does say all men pay because we all do pay. Because listen, like I said, there's businesses who I didn't pay much for or pay not at all, but I would never post them. Monk Dan, he asked me when I was gonna post my hoes. I ain't gonna post my hoes. They're gonna be looking like the front of a they're gonna look like the front of a animal crackers box, bro. All them bitches gonna be all different shapes, bro. Shapes and sizes, bro. 1 baddie, 2 fatties, 3 middies, 1 with big titties. But yeah, trust me, like, you know, that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't be posting them like that. Because, you know, they're all right. Some of them might have a fat ass, some of them might have a decent body, you know, decent body, no face, you know, decent face, not a decent body. But trust me, when I start breaking real bread, I'll probably start posting them. You feel me?
This is a sick Negro.
But yeah, DDG's recent history doesn't make him look good about talking about this shit at all. Because remember, DDG tried to give us some advice, what was it, last year? When he said, I will not date any other woman other than my baby mama. And guess what? His baby mama all on the fucking boat with a whole another ninja. Remember that?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah, you know, like I said, we all done take our L's, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's like he kind of talk like he's high and mighty, but, you know, you really just, you need to live more. You need to live more, bro.
I just didn't want to make someone feel weird.
No, it's like, I don't know why people try to make that bad, nigga. If you fucked up, if your pocket's fucked up, you should be with a girl anyway. Like,
if your pocket's fucked up, what do you mean by that? Here's the flip side. What does it mean by your pocket's fucked up? Because the thing, I do believe, I ain't trying to take shots at anybody, but I do believe that, you know, here's the thing. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm a little frugal. I'm a little cheap myself, okay? Just putting that out there. But if you could only spend $40 on a date, you shouldn't be dating. You know what I'm saying? Just tell her to come to the crib. Just tell her, yo, I got a bottle, come to the crib. You're probably better off doing that. They try to go out and only spend $40 because, yo, I ain't lie. I went out to have some drinks last night and I spent about $40. But it was because a chick, she wasn't a big drinker, and I think she just wanted to just be taken out. Truth is, she knew exactly what the definition of date means. Dating, see, people think dating is, oh, you know, you can go out with someone and get to know each other. No. Dating is not even that by definition. Dating is actually an acronym. Dick at the end. Straight up and down. She knew what she was there for.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Shout out to my boy Sean Killman from Facebook. He says, he feeding their delusion. He is a simp.
Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Yo, like I said, I actually like DDG, but I do definitely, you can still like someone and still recognize that they're a beta simp male. You feel me? You know, I too believe that if you give him some time, he's gonna learn. He's gonna rise above this. But you know, like I said, as OGs, you know, as older men, we definitely gotta call him out for what it is, That way, you know, we can know what it is. You know, that way, you know, other people can know, you know, what the truth is. Now, Sky Daddy says to get Cali West off his list crawler fine. Hey, some of y'all here telling my secrets, okay?
This is a sick Negro.
Let me tell you here telling my secrets. So anyway, for real. Sky Daddy, you a wild boy.
But don't tell nobody.
XL Pro says, oh no. Oh, XL Pro does say, he says, I'm self-employed. My income is inconsistent at times. I have emergency funds to cover slow times. Yo, salute my G.
My nigga.
And that's one thing I could definitely say was probably my mistake, is that, like, you know, I don't have a big emergency fund. And that's something I'm kind of working on. The one thing I could definitely say is, see, here's the thing. I have multiple income streams. You know, not only do I have a regular job, but nigga, best believe I would deliver some shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too big to be nothing, bro. Next week, I might be an insurance salesman. Next week, I might be a barber. Next week, I might be an electrician. Next week, I might be a mechanic. I'm always trying to get money. So that's the one thing I could definitely say, and I need to kind of get out of that habit. But, you know, I definitely have multiple funds of streams of income. So when it does get slow, hey, there's something else I always gotta do. You feel me? Matter of fact, I might have to even take a step back from my job for a little while, maybe even go on leave of absence or something, because your boy I'm trying to tell y'all I was trying to forex my income, and it might even take time. I mean, I might have to kind of go back to hustling to kind of make my own money, because my job now is taking a lot of time, working 10, 11-hour shifts. You know what I'm saying? During the week is crazy. Sky Daddy 4444 says fun, not fine. I mean, I think I said it the right way. We understand what you guys say, brother. XL Pro says this economy crazy since the pandemic. Even I have to mastermind other income streams. Yeah, man. It is, yo, literally everything. Man, me and my brother, we talk about it because, you know what I'm saying, me and my brother, me and the Lion, we both were accessory electricians. I'm actually even considering even taking a step back, like I said, from my job, and even thinking about maybe even going back to either doing that and getting my journeyman's, because I think I need maybe another year and a half of experience on the books. That's the thing. I think they go by a W-2. So if your W-2 shows that you did electrical work for 4 years, I believe you can still go to take your state exam and try to be then I think maybe some other little hour class, some few hours of class, and that way you can apply to be a journeyman. Yeah, man. But here's the thing. I don't mind doing labor intensive work, but I want to be able to use that as a backup, because I want to be able to still make money and still not using my body as much, if that makes any sense. I kind of want to use my body as a backup, because, with retirement no longer being an option, I want to be able to make as much money, at a desk that I can. And if I have to be physical, then so be it, because being physical is good for your body and mind and soul, but I don't want to stress on my body either. Going to them addicts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Going to that addicts. I mean, I know, I'm pretty agile, but going to them addicts is a motherfucker, bro. My dad is the XL process. My dad was an industrial electrician for over 20 years and probably made a lot of money too. That's one thing I was kind of mad about my dad. And, eventually I'm probably going to end up following my dad's footsteps and doing what he did. But I just kind of believe that, my dad kind of seen that I had a thing about cars and mechanics and firearms. I truly believe that my dad was a big simp too. I think what my dad's mistake is, he always kind of talked about, how working with your hands, you'll never be broke. But my dad never ever convinced me. He never just said to me, You know, because I didn't go to college my first year. I think my first year, I wasn't able to get admitted because I think I applied too late. Like I said, my parents didn't push me to go to college. It's like they expected me to go to college, but they didn't facilitate me going to college. But I just can't believe that, you know, my dad, he should have been the driving force to tell me, hey, you know, why don't you go get your ASC certification, or why don't you do something with your hands since you do with your hands. You know, he was too busy, you know, following up, you know, my stepmother and, you know, being a simp to my sister to really recognize that. But yeah, man, that's dope. So shout out to XO Pro's dad, man, for showing us how it needs to be done. Dads are very important, man. Dads are very important. And that's another thing, too, that DDG is not even put into consideration, too. Is that, yeah, you know, yeah, you should have money if you want to go see someone or be with a woman. But you should want to be with a woman who has a dad, or a woman who could at least respect a man with money. Because guess what? It takes a woman who has a dad in her life to say to her, you know what, you got this man with money. This is what you should expect. You know, this is how you should coordinate and act yourself. You know, because guess what? Haley Bailey, I'm sure she comes from a 2-parent household, but she obviously doesn't have a strong father, because how can she look her father in his eye and know that she dissed her child's father? I'm sorry, if I have a daughter, you know what I'm saying, I'm just let her know. I'm gonna let her know at 5 years old that it's not cool to be dissing your old fucking child's father. You know what I'm saying? If I could help it, you know, maybe my baby mama, she might go ahead and, you know, say poison her ear more, because you know kids tend to listen to their mothers more. But hey, if I can help it, I'm gonna let it be known. You feel me? Hopefully I never have a baby mama. A child's mother would be nice. XL Pro says more recreational women today than long-term potential. Fair weather hoes often. That's facts. That's facts. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things that he's not really putting into consideration too, because like I said, like I would want a man to be with my daughter and him to have some money too. But guess what? Just because I want her to be with a man with money, that doesn't mean that we just gotta go ahead and just, you know, she's just gonna go and go get with a drug dealer, or go with some dude who's gonna whip her ass. No, like, you know, we have to kind of do this within, like, it's to some degree we have to do this with some type of logic. Because guess what? I do believe that a woman should be with a man who can provide. But, you know, when they say providing and protecting the Bible, it's not what DDG is talking about, or what this girl is expecting. This girl expects shopping sprees and all types of shit. That is expensive.
No facts.
You ain't getting no money. Yeah, like being with girls and being around girls supposed to be expensive. It's like, as a man, you're supposed to be able to pay for that shit. I wouldn't feel comfortable letting a girl pay for all my shit, personally.
I wouldn't, you know what? And as a man, I guess you shouldn't feel comfortable with a woman just pay for all your shit completely. But guess what? I do believe if I'm with a chick, I will want her to at least pay for something. Even my girl didn't have no money, it'll still be cute that, you know, I'm giving her an allowance, but she still took $100 from her $500 allowance and bought me some nice pants. You know, I like cargo pants. You know, I like, you know, army fatigue, and she bought me an army fatigue jacket from H&M or something like that. Or she was at Hard Rock. I don't know. She was at the Hard Rock and seen like a Hard Rock jacket. You know, I'm kind of describing something that I want, y'all. So, you know, ladies, if you're listening, you know, like a Hard Rock jacket with, like, you know, camouflage. I don't even know if they sell it anymore, but that was just something I seen one time on the website, and I thought that was really dope. But, like, you know, I don't know. It could be anything. H&M, Nike, I don't know. Just the thought that counts. But I want her to kind of break bread on me sometimes. Or like, hey, baby, like, yeah, baby, you want some Mexican food? Yeah, I got it, baby. Like, even though I break bread on her most of the time, she can still have $20, $30 sometime. It's a thought that counts. Yes, I don't want her to necessarily go 50-50 with me, but it'll just be nice to be shown some appreciation. It's a little things for us, man. And yo, Extra Pro said he almost sound like a young Steve Harvey. Yo. Kind of look like that nigga too. Give that nigga a big ass mustache and a fucking give his ass a mustache and an afro flat top. That nigga look like how Steve Harvey used to. Shit, sound like a young Steve Harvey. Sound like a young Steve Harvey. Shit, he is Steve Harvey.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Damn. Shit. See what happened? See what the boomers did? Now, Exo Pro says he not wrong, but don't blow these regular chicks' heads up. Give them context. Facts.
My nigga.
And people are eating his ass up on Facebook and on Instagram. But that's because black men are already allergic to spending money on women anyway. So the fact that he didn't even convey the message right definitely alienated and definitely made people feel some type of way. So, it's a lesson learned. As a matter of fact, talking about lessons, Iman Shumpert learned his lesson too. Because remember a couple years ago, he came out and he was like, he said, a woman should pay for all the bills. A man should pay 100% of all the bills, right? Then even he was like, even if she has money. He was like, even if she has money, I'm the one who should pay for everything.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Silence, you furry fool! I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
Now look at you now. You ain't played ball in the longest, right? Your ex-wife, she's in a movie like every other month, right? I remember one time, I forgot, somebody tried to get me to watch that Straw movie or whatever, right? And after I watched some of it, I couldn't even get through it because, dude, no Tyler Perry movies that was look. I'm not saying that I never seen not one good Tyler Perry movie because I believe Economy or whatever that movie was with that chick. With the same chick who was in Straw, that Taraji P. Henson. Whatever movie that was with her and her ex-husband was a great Tyler Perry movie. Other than that, Tyler Perry makes terrible movies. And Straw, there's so many terrible things about that movie. Like I said, I didn't mean to do my movie editorials on here. But long story short is, I couldn't get through the whole movie, but Teyana Taylor was in it, I noticed. But I couldn't get through it. I'll say about 30 minutes into the movie, I started watching it. But after I started watching it, after that, I noticed that she was in two other movies, like two other commercials came on TV. And she was in it. I'm like, oh, this bitch got like 3 goddamn movies already. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, long story short is she got all these movies. He ain't playing basketball no more. And she done took half his shit. See? Now how the fuck you feel now?
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke!
To the point that y'all was even arguing, talking shit online. Hence my point here. Look, this is my point. And I'm going to show y'all. Cause I like to show references to what I'm talking about. So it appears that there's an article, but basically, Teyana Taylor essentially says, and I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna just show y'all, and I'm gonna quote who I'm referring to. Now, other than trying to sell me some shit, I still got DDG up. Why Teyana Taylor says $70,000 divorce payment to Iman Shumpert was the best money ever spent, bruh. Yo.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
This is a sick Negro.
Now, sir. Says why Teyana Taylor says $70,000 divorce payment to Iman Shumpert was the best money she ever spent. Sheesh.
Nasty bitch.
Now, of course, it says Teyana Taylor addresses a recent $70,000 payment she was ordered to make to her ex-husband, Iman Shumpert, calling the sum the best money she ever spent.
Iman Shumpert, after Teyana was found in contempt of court in order to pay her ex-husband $70,000, according to multiple outlets. After violating terms of their divorce by speaking out publicly, Teyana makes an appearance on The Breakfast Club August 27th and shares why it was the best money she's ever spent.
If it's going to give me my peace and we can be done with this for good, I've sent that wire so fast. I sent that wire so fast. That was the best little coin I ever spent in my life because I never have to deal with this again. And I will never allow a person to silence me.
Back in March, Teyana shares
emotional damage.
Through with Iman, accused the NBA star of leaking the details of a supposed divorce settlement after reports regarding the alleged agreement surfaced online, according to a filing obtained by E! News at the time. But in the filing, Teyana alleged that the former couple never actually came to a settlement themselves, with the petition reading, the parties never entered into any settlement at all, and everything that either party received in the divorce, finalized on July 1st, 2024, was awarded by the court.
Here's the thing, I do want to interrupt for a moment. Just because it was interrupted by the court, just because it was ordered by the court, you still took half his shit. Here's the thing, you could have did for example, when J-Lo divorced her first husband, homeboy didn't even want any money. I guess he was really in love. He said he didn't want no money. He said all he wanted was, I think, his legal costs and the Ferrari that I think she bought him. That's all he took, the dancer. I think that's all he wanted. All he wanted was the car. Yeah. And back in the time, man, we wasn't trying to go up in the chick's pockets. So he just took the car. He said he just wanted the Ferrari that he bought her, and I guess his legal costs. Now, with that being said, the reason why I bring that up is because even if the court could make their own decision based off the law, you could still, agree to disagree, not to take everything. But guess what? She stayed silent and took half his shit.
Oh. Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Elsewhere in the document, Teyana alleged that she and her attorney contacted her exes and asked him, quote, to stop or curtail the public dissemination of information. But according to the actress, Iman, quote, will pretend that he had no idea how the stories about the divorce case leaked. For his part, Iman accused Teyana of violating terms of their divorce agreement by speaking publicly on the matter in an Instagram video back in March, which a judge agreed with, saying per documents obtained by Us Weekly, the court finds Taylor in violation of the final judgment and decree of divorce and is in willful contempt. She was ordered to pay $70,000 for his legal fees.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's kids, Archie and...
The best way that I could kind of sum that all up is...
emotional damage!
Yo. See how what's crazy is that this is something that I didn't say, because this is the second time I want to talk about this situation. The truth is that he didn't necessarily leak it, but he probably was talking shit to whoever was close to him, and whoever was close to him leaked out what happened. And guess what? I don't give a divorce decree or not. I know if this, it's like someone cutting off your hand and then telling you not to scream.
This is a sick Negro.
Bruh, they inflicted pain on this man, and and didn't want him to scream, didn't want to silence his ass. That nigga told everyone who would listen. Hey, and you know what? I ain't even mad at him, bro.
My nigga.
Bruh, fuck that. You don't go, you know what I'm saying? You gonna shoot me in my backside. You know what I'm saying? You don't go shoot me, you know, shoot me at the hip. You know what I'm saying? Shoot me in my pockets. You know what I'm saying? Done got all in my pockets and don't want me to scream out robbery, bruh. Fuck that. He told everyone who would listen. And guess what? It ended up leaking out. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? People talk, right? But see, he was smart. He told people at this point, it could have been on hearsay what other people were saying. But see, she decided, she wanted to get up front and act like she didn't take this man's money. It was like, oh, all I did was, you know, I got my own money, blah, 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 right? And she's the one who actually leaked out the real details of the case.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Why? Because she is a vindictive bitch. And I hate to say this too. Her kids are going to be some bitchs too. Yeah, they're kids. I didn't say that the kids are one. I said those kids are going to grow up to be like that because the oldest daughter, not only looks like her mother, but she acts like her mother too, bruh.
Nasty bitch.
You know what? I truly believe basketball players should strive to go and have male children anyway. Not saying that nothing's wrong with having daughters, but I believe if you got a God-given talent, you have God-given height, God-given talent, you might need to go ahead and make another son. You know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead and make your boy, teach him the game so he can start balling too, and teach him not to fall for the same things that you did, bro. Straight up.
This is a sick Negro.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, having a bunch of girls and no boys definitely softens you up, even though, you know, it might be a gift from the Lord, but hey, the Lord gave you about 10 million gifts below the belt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make your boy son, bro. I'm sorry. If I had a daughter, I would have to still have a boy. I'll probably personally impregnate a chick just to have a boy, bro.
Emotional damage.
And she have a girl, I'm gonna have to impregnate another girl just to have a boy.
My nigga.
Sheesh. Yeah, man. Shit crazy. And let's talk about why. So yeah, so Iman Shumpert. As a matter of fact, let me just read what Teyana Taylor basically had to say about her having to pay this dude this money. Because it's very interesting what she had to kind of imply and say in the process. There was something that I just thought that was really kind of interesting. What did she say? Let's see here. This is the part that I didn't show. And only because of Breakfast Club, I would have showed probably the real thing, but Breakfast Club, they will copyright strike your shit, man. It says, I quote, every single time something amazing is going on in my life, it's something about this divorce, she continued. It don't be nothing. I'm never in nothing. This, back in March. Okay, where is it at? Hold up. Oh, okay. But basically, I guess what she's hinting towards is the fact that she's dating that green-eyed basketball player. I forgot homeboy's name. I gotta forget his name. But I forgot his name. I don't know if his name's Aaron something. I forgot his name, who she dated. But she dated some green-eyed cat, some green-eyed basketball player. But basically, what she's referring to is the fact that, you know, she's been in a lot of movies lately. You know, she's been like, you know, she has, like I said, she's been in a lot of movies. And also, too, even though she, you know, got divorced from this guy a year ago, she was quick to show that she had a whole new boyfriend. She's dating that dude. Aaron Pierre. So yeah, she was quick to floss that she was with Aaron Pierre. Look, there's no way that her and Aaron Pierre have such a tight relationship unless she was already fucking him. Trust me, that chick was already fucking him, bro. You can just tell. This is how so comfortable they are together. That was not overnight. That was something that was already on the horizon. Might have been a real reason for their divorce in the first place. Truth is, man, most men, when they get divorced, they might realize that, so they realize there's trouble in paradise, but most men usually don't even know exactly why they get.
You got to know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
They tend to not even know what's the true catalyst and why the girls acting funny. They usually don't find out until like after the fact. And trust me, Iman Shumpert, he knows that the real reason why they're probably divorced was because there was another bull in the ring. Have y'all seen Coming to America 2? That one little dance scene that she had with old boy. I mean, I know it was just a movie, but I don't know. I kind of feel like, man, if that's your wife and that's how she's moving in the movie, she was bound to cheat on your wife.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Y'all might say, oh, but Callie, it was just a movie. She was acting. Nah, man. I do believe that there's certain lines should be crossed, whether it's acting or not. When Halle Berry did that soft core promo scene in Monsters Ball, that was totally disrespectful. And guess what? Halle Berry, y'all can say whatever you fuck you want, Halle Berry. Halle Berry, you fucked Billy Bob Thornton on film. Try to sue me. Show me in court that he had something covering up his meat plan and not shoving it all up in you. You had to show me on tape that he was not inserted in you. But guess what? It ain't gonna happen. So guess what? I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say. Because bitch, you fucked that nigga on motherfucking tape and got a fucking Grammy behind that shit.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
So yeah, and mind you, while she was married to, what's that dude's name? Eric Benet, bro.
Emotional damage.
I guess a lot of people didn't like me saying that. I guess because I ain't talking about DDG no more. Some people are falling off, but it's all good. We already done talked about DDG. Y'all can always go to the beginning if y'all want to hear about DDG. But wow, I'll say at least 5 people dropped off. But no, almost 10 people dropped off just because we no longer talk about DDG. But look, we got about 10 minutes of time for me to go through some clips. So I do think it's definitely interesting. Shout out to my boy XL Pro. I think he shared me some stuff. I know some of the stuff he shared with me, but I'm going to share with y'all. This is what this chick said. Mind you, she has a roster. But look what happens when the roster fails.
I'm stuck on the side of the highway with a flat tire in a thunderstorm. I said, I'm not going to call my sister first. My sister always come through. I'm going to call one of these guys. I'm going to call one of these guys to come help. It hurt my ego to say the responses. I'm not even gonna hold you. It does hurt my ego. 1 said, I'm not a tire shop. 2 said, it's raining too hard. 3 didn't answer. 1 guy asked if I was okay. 1 guy asked if someone's coming to help me. 1 person showed basic empathy. Make them lonelier.
Well,
gotcha. Gotcha. Emotional damage.
Shout to your ego. Yep. Well, the truth is, I mean, let's just be real. Like DDG says, dating a woman is expensive, right? So guess what? When these guys were probably whining and dining you, guess what? When it came on time to it, they didn't come through because guess what? They bought you dinner. They broke bread on you. They paid the car note, right? So why the fuck am I gonna pay the car note and gonna help you get your tire fixed? Shit, you don't think these guys know that they're part of a rotation? They do. Why? Because you treat them and operate with them as if you got a rotation. That's why these dudes don't want to come and help you out. Or you're probably just dealing with some niggas who ain't shit. Either way, hey, that's your ass. Shit, that's on you.
This is a sick Negro.
You know, instead of dealing with a one solid dude, you know, because here's the thing. Truth is, these women got options. They can deal with a man who probably give them 70%, 80%. But guess what? He's quote broke because he don't have money to go send her to Jamaica. So because she's broke, she can't really be with him. She got to be with a dude who, you know, break bread. But guess what? Those same dudes who will probably break bread, you think they're gonna help you out in an emergency? I remember that bitch Superhead. She mentioned that she was like when she was fucking with Ja Rule and Irv Gotti, she said it was all good when she was like fucking and sucking them and stuff like that. But guess what? When she really needs some money when she was gonna get kicked out of her apartment, them motherfuckers, when she hit them up, they was not trying to help her ass out.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So yeah, some of these women who are, you only focus on either get dick from one guy and money from another. Guess what? Most of those guys, those same guys, are not gonna all be available because trust me, they know that they're on the roster. But guess what? Everyone, unless the niggas ain't got no experience with women at all, we all know how it feels when someone actually just likes us for us, quote unquote, or at least like us enough to the point that they're not gonna disrespect us. And trust me, men, they know this. Even men who are not really good with women, they inherently know this. They can feel it. They can feel it, bro.
He ain't lying.
All right, so let's go to the next situation here. What happened here? Oh, Extra Pro sent me this.
I like your car. For sure. This ain't my shit, it's a rental. Hey, come here real quick. No. Cap, hold on. I gotta be a gentleman. I'm coming to you. Let me pump your gas for you. What you get, a dress on? Where your nigga at? You said what?
I'm about to go out with my friend.
Let me get this for you. I got you.
Thank you.
I'm Justin. I can't shake your hand. I'm busy right here.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. You said you finna do what?
I'm finna go to dinner with my friend.
Your friend or your boyfriend? You ain't gotta play with me. I don't know you.
It's her birthday.
How old is she turning?
She's turning like 27.
Your friend bought this for you? You did it?
No, I did since I bought this car.
You want me to ask? Why you said car? Where you from Chicago?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
I can tell. So what you do? You want me to ask?
I'm a business coach.
You're a business coach?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
You're 21. How you gonna coach somebody on something? You don't even know what's going on in life
I've been
yet.
an entrepreneur since I was 14 years old.
Since 14?
Yeah.
Why was you hustling at 14?
I had to. I'm from Chicago. I I had to take care of myself. It's a long story.
Wait, if you was 14, you had to take care of yourself. Like, what were your parents and stuff like that? You was 14.
Basically, like, my family struggled financially a lot when I was growing up, and then, like, with our living situation, it was, like, not dependable to where I couldn't depend on my parents. I couldn't depend on my mom, my dad, so it was like, all right, I had to figure something out or I was going to be poor.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, look like you did it. You did the pink with the, this hard, y'all. Look, you got the pink with the red guts. Look at the guts on that shit, it's kind of hard. I fuck with that.
Thank
you. You 21?
Yeah.
Nah, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie, I'm Justin once again.
I'm Ariel.
So look, what's your advice to somebody that want to be an entrepreneur? Or let's say they're young and they trying to figure it out too. What's your advice to them?
I mean, my advice would really be to just like stop talking about what you're gonna do and actually do it. A lot of people sit and daydream, but it stays a daydream forever, right? The people who's getting results, the people who's doing big things at young ages, they're getting up every single day and executing, right? And when I coach people and mentor people, I push them to finally execute whatever it is they've been talking about when it's starting your business or scaling your business. And it's like, you're gonna see the results, right? Just plant the seed. A lot of people probably do plant the seed, but they don't nurture it. They don't water it, so they don't reap the harvest that God has for us.
That's hard. Hey, Chetty, so I know you said you're going out with your friend, but like, what if I told you to tell her something coming up? Could we do dinner? Like right now?
Huh?
Could you tell your friend you got something coming up so like we can do dinner?
I can't do that to my friend, but
what about like after when you done?
It might be too late after, but maybe we can schedule something for another day.
I'm gonna see if I'm busy or not. Put my number in your phone.
All right. My phone is in the car.
Okay. Extra Pro sent that to me. I do like the exchange. I like how, even though this could be, I don't know how real this is, but she definitely was dressed to the nine. And guess what? Women don't like to they don't mind being recorded nowadays, especially the fact that how they'll set up. So that could be a real interaction. I don't know. Either way, I do like how the flow went.
My nigga.
My only red flag about this situation is, well, there's two red flags that I have. One, you're 21 and you really have a car like that. Like, what business do you do? The fact, I don't know, maybe I missed it, y'all, but I didn't hear what exactly she did in her business. You know what I'm saying? As far as we know, her business could be whole business.
I'd buy that for $1.
Because she was definitely good looking. She had big ass motherfucking titties. Y'all know that's some titties. And she had ass. All black men like ass.
Got to know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
But I would say that's probably the one red flag. Is like, I'll be taking the grain for so long. I'll be hearing these girls got a business. For real. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I ain't lie. I like her shoes. I like her outfit. She's very sexy. I would definitely wouldn't mind, dating her myself. You feel me? But there was a skit that I had, and I think it was from the other day, and I didn't get to show it. But there's this thing where it showed this woman essentially, she got sick and tired of her man, and she basically pushed off her man to her homegirl, right? Now, even though it was a skit, there were certain things that was said in the skit that I thought that was very funny, but maybe almost true to life too, because some of the things those kinds of, how sometimes, I always tend to say this, but it might be a skit, but we all know all skits are based off of some true fact in life. Where's it at? Please tell me it was in my last video batch. Please tell me it wasn't in my last video batch. Damn. Please tell me it was in my last batch. Come on. Because there were some little things that was said in it. I was actually kind of thought that was actually kind of funny. Because even though, it's a skit and all, all skits are based off of some kind of real fact. Damn, I gotta find it. Y'all got time for your boy? If I got time for your boy, I got time for y'all. Cause I ain't gonna lie. One of the reasons why I didn't come on last night, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The reason why I didn't come on last night is because, like I said, I had a little date, and you know what I'm saying. You already know how, you know, she was there for a date. She was there for dick at the end, so definitely had to give her that. And it's funny because I kind of wrapped it up. I could have came on late last night, but I was like, nah, G, chill, son, chill. I was like, I could get a night off with Cali West. You know, it's the Labor Day weekend. We don't get too many weekends like this in a while. But man, I gotta find this video because I thought there was some little gems in it, some little mini gems in it. So I thought it was funny. Damn. And I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, y'all, I be downloading so much stuff that I be meaning to present to y'all. But sometimes I guess it's just so overwhelming that I forget to send it because I literally almost like, shout out to the Righteous Fear. Shout out to the Righteous Fear and the Free Agent Lifestyle. But sometimes y'all boys be flooding me with too much content. Y'all be flooding me with so much content. I tend to forget what I was gonna, you know, I be forgetting my covering certain things. And no, I don't have it, so I can't land my point. But one of the things that landed, one of the points in the video was the dude had a girlfriend, and her girlfriend was trying to push him off to her homegirl because she wanted to go date a new guy. So she figured the best way to date a new guy was to basically hook her homegirl up with her own ex-boyfriend, which is not realistic. I mean, it probably wouldn't happen in real life. Truth be told, usually the homegirl has to hook herself up behind her friend, you know. But long story short is, don't ask me how I know. Long story short is, he kind of mentioned something about he likes women with a French tip, but then she was like, "Oh, but you know," he said, "I like French tip, but my girl, you know, keeps persistent on getting white toes." She's like, "Yeah, white toes is better," and he said, "No, white toes is for the hoes." And I was like, "What?"
My nigga.
Because this chick got on white toes. I don't know if y'all can notice, but you see she got on white. I see that she got on white shoes. But if you look really closely, your eyes are as good as mine. She got on white toes.
Emotional damage.
But hey, you know what? You know, she probably don't know it. Right? She don't know no better. So we still gonna give homeboy a salute because she's still a little sexy.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Oh, just know she's a hoe. For sure.
You ain't lying.
Mm-hmm. And hoes can be good. Just doesn't, as long as you know she a hoe. You feel me? Just as long as you know she a hoe.
Got to know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Now, this chick right here, that chick that we just seen, what DDG was talking about earlier, will probably definitely apply to her. Like, come on now. You pull up to this bitch, or you pull up on this young lady, and she's riding in like a C-class Benz. That's not even like a, you know, most chicks you see who got Benz, they usually got an A-series. But she got like a little, that's like a C-series, you know. C-series, you know, hey, I gotta salute her. Hey, you know, some people call that beginner Benz, but still, it's still better than the A-series, you feel me? But guess what? Her, in this situation, she gonna cost some money. So this is where I can see where DDG's point may come in. So if you try to date her, bro, this is where I will apply what DDG got to say.
I don't know. They just
I don't think no girl should feel bad for not wanting to be with a nigga that ain't getting no money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't want to make someone feel weird.
No, it's like I don't know why people try to make that bad, nigga. If you fucked up, if your pocket's fucked up, you should be with a girl anyway. Like,
no facts.
You ain't getting no money.
Date,
like being with girls and being around girls supposed to be expensive. It's like, as a man, you're supposed to be able to pay for that shit. I wouldn't feel comfortable letting a girl pay for all my shit personally.
Now, that was, if you applied his philosophy to that woman, I could maybe agree to disagree. I could probably say, okay, all right, fine. You know, you deal with that type of chick. But peep this. It's kind of crazy that you got to have 6 figures to deal with a chick who's probably on a bus, living with her mom. You know what I'm saying? Taking Ubers and Lyfts and shit. And a chick who probably got to fuck for money. But guess what? You know, I think that's kind of what's kind of fucking up the game. And that's kind of why what DDG is saying could be, you know, without context, could be misconstrued. And it's kind of one of these reasons why these hoes is, because guess what? The more these hoes are dating for money, the more they literally are prostituting themselves. Dating stems from prostitution anyway. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. But yeah, if I was dating that other type of chick, you know, she got the, you know what I'm saying, the pinked out, you know what I'm saying, benzo, of course she's going to cost some money. You feel me? Of course. Trust me. She didn't get all that from her business, bro. She did not get that from her business.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
XL Pro said, you know, so Iman Shumpert was over 6 feet with money. Black love expired. Right. See, that's what I'm saying. See how even though Iman Shumpert tried to apply DDG's philosophy and it still didn't work out for him. You see that? Look, to the point that Iman Shumpert went and told other people about how he was getting railroaded. Even though he's the one who is on record saying that, that a man should pay 100% of everything. Well, guess what happens? When you pay for 100% of everything, get half your shit took. And then,
this is a sick Negro.
You know, kind of is what it is, you know. Like, you wanted to kind of talk about it, be about it.
Emotional damage.
XL Pro says bullseye. So, you know, that's it. So, like I said, y'all, excuse me. But, you know, there's always trade-offs. So, you know, it could, we gotta, if it don't apply, let it fly. Now, with that being said, I got some time to rap with y'all. What else do I want to show y'all? Oh, let's see here. Oh, I thought this chick was actually pretty sexy. You could tell she a hoe, but this bitch is still a sexy hoe. Check it.
Is when a woman is proud of revenge.
What is the pettiest thing you've done to try to impress somebody?
My first boyfriend in high school, he cheated on me, so I cheated back on him, and then I emailed his coach to drug test him, and he lost his D1 scholarship. Hi, Joe.
Are you proud of that?
Very proud.
And it's not just what she did, it's the fact she thinks is an accomplishment. Getting beasted, then destroying his career. And Pete, dude didn't even know she did it.
Who did you cheat with?
Another prospect.
Was it just one and done, or like?
Yeah.
Did he find out about it?
No, he doesn't need to know.
So what was the point of doing it if you didn't find out about it?
For me, I can't let that slide.
If she's proud of destroying herself just to get even, you better be prepared for the worst. That's not revenge. That's her attaching her worth to thinking she ruined somebody. And yeah, dude was in the wrong, or maybe in the wrong, but responding that way only builds an identity on chaos and not growth.
Boyfriend.
You got a boyfriend now?
Yeah.
Getting in a new relationship and still being proud of poor decisions. I wonder what happens next.
Well, what homeboy probably didn't elaborate and probably doesn't even realize, only because I'm an older man, you know what I'm saying? Talking in reference to a younger man, what he got to say, is that even though he is definitely spot on the money, what he's missing is the fact that the reason why she ruined him is because this is what love and hate. You know, there's a reason why they came up with this song thing, a line between love and hate. To hate someone takes just about as equal amount of energy to love someone. Okay, so usually people hate someone because they took the love away. She probably did that. She didn't do that just because he cheated. The truth is, they probably was never in a relationship in the first place. But guess what? She found out he was fucking another bitch. And guess what? She knew that he probably smoked some bud or something like that and got his D1 scholarship taken, which is fucked up. Now, XL Pro said, did you play the clip with the chick in the red? Let me see here. Did I download that? Because I did. Oh, I did. And by the way, y'all, when I said the chick was a baddie, I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about someone from that I think that guy, I forgot what his name was. The dude with the London accent, with the English accent, he'd be also on Brickle. I thought there was that. And XL Pro, I think you sent me that. And I don't even think I even have that up for today's show, unfortunately. But I do have the chick in the red, though. So here you go, XL Pro.
I brought you a golf ball because I play golf and I would like to teach you so you can close big deals.
Now, yo, XL Pro, you talk about her, right? Her and DDG? Here we go. Hopefully you talk about her.
I brought you a golf ball because I play golf and I would like to teach you so you can close big deals on the golf course. So don't get distracted. Keep your eye on the ball. Okay? That was me. I'm the ball.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Jesus. Jesus. Going
Keep-
on. Is that a bird in the fucking
damn.
God. Shit.
Oh, Jesus.
With that ass, I'm not gonna catch.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it was literally a bird outside flying. I'm like,
Sheesh.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh my God. Hey, that's the first time I watched it, right? XL Pro? That's the first time I actually watched it. But she looked good. Like low-key, she looked like one of them porno chicks, though, for real, bro. Damn, this is one video I want to show y'all, man. That was from that I don't know, not Diabolical, but Direct something. And I swore XL Pro probably sent that to me too. Damn, man. Like I said, I be having so many videos, I be losing track. But it was that dude who be doing them street interviews. And there's a good looking Colombian chick. Oh, you know what? I gotta have on my last listing. That's probably where it is. I appreciate y'all still tuning in too. XL Pro said child support. Hey, for real. Now that is where DDG's standpoint might come into play. Guess what? That bitch is gonna cost some money. Pro chick or not, she gonna cost, bro. She definitely gonna cost.
He ain't lying.
Like this certain chick, it's gonna cost you, bro. It's gonna cost you. And that's why we gotta have that seminar. We gotta catch up with Coach Rick Adams on his next seminar. If not, we gotta have our own seminar too.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
For real. You know what? I gotta find that video that I was trying to tell y'all about. Because she said some shit that was really some real shit. And even though she was kind of a 304, and she had 1,000 cock scare, she still said some real shit, Like I said, even a broken clock could be right twice a day. Damn, where is it? Oh, man. I think I for real lost it. Oh, well. Oh well. Next. Oh, we might talk about this tomorrow. Yeah, I might say that tomorrow. But here go DDG again.
That's my ball. That's my ball.
When I touch fine shit and she don't and she say nothing, I know where I know I'm there. Look, he was scared to touch her. Look. That's my ball. That's my ball. That's my ball. That's my ball. Hey, needed you. That's my ball. That's my ball. For real. Sheesh. Shaking my head. DDG, you gonna learn. Oh yeah, you gonna learn. Shout out to Lawrence Fishburne and What's in the Hood. Damn. Man, I ain't gonna cap, bro. You know, this Labor Day weekend kind of got me a little, you know, I kind of was doing a little too much. And I really wish I had my videos together. But you know when people be talking about on bro now? Look at this. Word to bro. You're the only girl I'm taking here. Is bro. Hell no. Word to bro. Sheesh.
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah, people don't even say word to mother no more. Now it's word to bro. Which bro you talking about? You might be putting it on. You might be putting on a nigga that you don't even really like that. See, that's a straight setup, bro. Straight setup. Now, let's see here. Hey, you know, I don't really talk about race. Well, I guess I do talk about race often. But I thought this was actually kind of funny. Look what happens when it's racist. Exo Pro says he got to spend on those influencer chicks. Oh, of course. Oh, no doubt, man. And that's the thing, too. See, like I said, I'm not knocking him for doing that because he's dealing with a certain type of caliber of chick, but just keep it real. Like, my only thing is that the problem is it's not even so much a problem with these high profile chicks expecting something. It's the fact that they mess up the fact that it's regular chicks who want the same exact treatment. They want the same exact treatment. They don't even want the scaled versions of that. Like, okay, fine. Like, it's like, okay, you have a girl, right? She'll really want you to get her a fucking Range Rover. Like, you don't even have a Range Rover, but somehow she wants you to afford to pay for her Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I'm saying, the bitch on Section 8, you know what I'm saying, or live with her mama or something like that, or got multiple baby daddies and, you know, working at Walmart. So, you know, that's the problem. I think no one's realistic about their own level. With that being said, talk about they don't respect their own level. Look what happened to this chick. There's a Spanish chick, right? She decided that, and I don't know if y'all probably remember this about a couple years ago, but this chick basically posted about how she didn't have to cook for her husband, right? And unfortunately, the husband probably did accept her not cooking for him. But when she decided to broadcast it, I guess that brought something out in him. So check it.
Is mad at me because he walked in and he saw that I'm making breakfast, and I told him that this was for me and my daughter, and that if he wanted some, he needed to cook for himself. I told him I was not going out of my way to make breakfast for him. This is only for me and my daughter. Like, if you're that hungry, there's a McDonald's down the street. Or there's eggs in the fridge and there's bacon and you can make it yourself. He's acting like this not cooking for him thing is brand new. I gave him a list of things that I don't do the day that we got married, and he was okay with it. So what's the problem now?
Let me ask you a question. I'm not even gonna say that she's even a bad looking woman, because she's actually, you know what, for what it's worth, she's not bad looking. She's not bad looking on the eye. Like, for what it's worth, she's kind of cute in some buck tooth teeth, tweety looking ass way with her big ass round head. She's not an ugly chick, but you know, I bet you one of the things on her list is that she ain't, you know what I'm saying, she ain't working out.
Nasty bitch.
How you need to lose weight, but then you're able to overfeed yourself, but you can't even feed your man.
This is a sick Negro.
But okay, continue.
I told him, if you don't want to cook, you could wait and see if there's any leftovers. If there's leftovers, go ahead and eat. If there's no leftovers, then I'm sorry. You're going to have to figure it out. But I am not going to cook for you. It's not my job to cook for you. I'm sorry. And then on top of that, I'm doing scrambled eggs. He wants a fried egg. No, I'm sorry. That's too much work for me. I'm not going to do it. Plus, he's so picky with his food that he might as well just cook it himself. So like that, he doesn't have nothing to complain about. So my husband decided to drain our joint bank account and leave me after so much controversy on my videos.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Oops.
Leave me after so much controversy on my videos. So on my main page, I made a video about how I didn't want to cook breakfast for my husband because I didn't want to go out of my way from making scrambled eggs to making a fried egg for him. And I said that he could do it himself. I don't cook for my husband. I never have, and I'm not going to be starting today. I'm sorry. I guess he got, wind of the videos, and yeah, he drained our bank account, and he has told me that I have to leave. At first, I thought he was the one that's going to be gone and that I was going to be able to stay here. But he returned and he said that I need to pack up my things and go. I told him absolutely not, because I have children and me and my children are not going to be in the street. So I told him that he has to evict me. And the one that gave him this idea of leaving me was his birth giver. Yes. His mother was the one that gave him the grand idea to leave me after 15 years. It's honestly ridiculous and disgusting that this is even happening right now.
My nigga.
Mama was like, where's your kahunas? Where's your kahunas, mijo? Where's your kahunas? XL Pro was like, come on, man. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Let's just be real. He probably was willing to even take that abuse, so was like, fine, you know what? This bitch don't really cook that well anyway, she's a fat bitch. You know what I'm saying? But fine, you know what? I like how she topped me off. I like her buck tooth, gap tooth having ass. You know what I'm saying? I like her big fat ass in my bed. Okay, fine. She don't have to cook for me. Okay? You'd be surprised what man would take. Shit, I actually was dealing with a chick who wasn't really the greatest cook, and I kind of dealt with her anyway because I like fucking with her, and there's certain things that you'd be surprised what a man would compromise with. But, that was back in my sim days. With that being said, but when it came out that his coworkers knew, his family knew, his friends knew, at this point, she forced his hand because guess what? It's like, shit, a man might be like, like for example, damn, please tell me I got this video. There's this video. A matter of fact, maybe y'all might have an open relationship or something like that, right? But guess what? Maybe he wanted you to have an open relationship because he can't please you, but you wasn't supposed to go tell the whole world. Now that he done tell the whole world, now he got to divorce you now. Damn, I think, you know what? I have something that kind of refers to this whole little open relationship shit and how this shit goofy. Do I have it? Let's see here. Let's see if this is it.
For me, like, I have my husband approval of the person that is going to be part of this open marriage, which is you. And Gino's here and he can hear you. So I'm going to be here. Just, Gino has some questions for you. So go ahead, Gino.
You'll wear a condom if you have sex with Jasmine.
Yeah, yep, of course.
Well, it doesn't look like he did because she's.
Surprise!
Wow. Whoa.
You set us up! It's all bullshit. All of it.
Yo, my nigga look like Heisenberg from Breaking Bad.
This is a sick Negro.
Yo, you know when Heisenberg look like that, you know what I'm saying? You know somebody gonna die.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Bruh. Yo, I would change my address if I was you, bruh. Yo, I would change my address if I was you, bruh.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
What? Oh boy. Look, I don't give a fuck, man. Look, here's the thing. I don't give a fuck whether you got a 12-inch long or a millimeter Peter, bro. I don't give a fuck. Any chick who be with me, she better act like I'm the best that she ever had. The moment she asks for an open relationship is the moment that she asks just to fucking break up with me, bro. Because I'm not gonna have no other chick gonna go do this shit to me, bro.
Emotional damage.
Now, if you want to be friends, look, you want to be friends, you know, whatever, okay, fine. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. But don't expect me to be breaking bread off of you. And don't be expecting me to fucking provide for your lifestyle, bro. Because this chick knocked that nigga the fuck up, bro.
Nasty bitch.
But like I said, homeboy, you know, even though this is an extreme example, homeboy didn't mind there was an open relationship until boundaries got crossed. And guess what? I mean, even though that's an extreme situation to like this
My husband
Spanish
is mad at me
kid,
because he walked.
even though it might be the extreme case, you know, everybody has, you know, their respect level, you know, and homeboy's respect level was all the way up to the point that, okay, fine, you don't have to cook for me. But the moment my mama find out that you ain't cooking for me, my mama old school traditional Catholic woman, and she found out you ain't cooking for me, it's time for your ass to go. Time for your ass to go. And hey, based off this video, he kicked her ass to the curb.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
But yo, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. XL Pro says, fuck out of here, you bitch. And that's another thing too, like, chick, consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself lucky. Because look, like I said, you know, here's the thing. Y'all might, you know, y'all call me a nasty boy and all that, but she's not a bad looking chick. But you would think that you would be with this chick and this chick would be so humble. You think this chick would make sure she got your bacon and eggs. This look. If I was to assume and I didn't know this chick from a can of paint or didn't know from this video, I would think this type of chick, I would think this chick is be packing your lunch, keeping you fat. You know what I'm saying? Just like her. Just so y'all could be happy and fat together. No. She doesn't want to be, she's one of these chicks who, you know, y'all talk about, oh, get your Latina, they're better than black women, right? But she's one of these Americanized Latinas who don't even really want to cook for her man. Now, yes, a traditional Mexican woman wants to cook for her man. She likes, you know, she knows, you know, and most old school traditional black women know, you know, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, essentially taking care of him. But guess what? She doesn't want to do that and wonder why she's getting her divorce. And I'm gonna just say this right now. Yeah, she got some big ass titties, but when she took off them bra, them shits is some saggy waggies, bro. Who's gonna fight? Who's gonna love and support that? Good luck.
Emotional damage.
Good luck with that. For real, for real. Y'all look like y'all still want me to talk more shit. Y'all still want me to talk more shit? Let your boy check his analytics real quick. Let's see if Cali wants you to talk more shit, because it's 2 hours. Y'all boys still in the building like y'all want me to still keep talking shit. Y'all like me really talking shit tonight. If y'all really like me to talk shit, I'll keep on talking some shit. All right, you know what? I'm going to keep on talking my shit because, you know, I don't know why. I don't know what's going on tonight, but YouTube has let me shine. So, yo, I'm going to go ahead. You know what? I have to be honest with you, not even really YouTube. Shout out to X, formerly known as Twitter, man. And shout out to y'all boys. Y'all can come on to YouTube. My name is Cali West. The show's name is Cali West Miami. Please come through, like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit, y'all, on X. And shout out to everybody who's newcomers on YouTube. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Come on, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. You know what? I'm trying to think. I might have to go just a little bit more. All right, I'll give y'all a little bit more, 15 more minutes, maybe 10 more minutes. Did y'all see the situation with, I'll probably talk about it a little bit more tomorrow night, but did y'all see the situation with Brittany Renner? Check this out. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. I don't have no volume, so I guess I have to play that tomorrow. But Brittany Renner got beef. I mean, of course she got beef. Brittany Renner is, you know, of course, after his thing. The thing is, damn, I might have to like the Extra Pro. Do you send that to me? But long story short is, Brittany Renner is giving PJ Washington trouble when he comes to pick her up, because what she's doing is the baby tends to cry when he comes to pick up the kid. But that's because they pamper the kid. They spoil the kid, right? And basically, because the kid was crying, and maybe I could show what I'm talking about it, because I don't have the actual audio. But essentially, that's because the baby's crying. Brittany Renner is now saying that she's not going to record. She's not going to record him take the kid every time the baby's crying, right? But here's the thing. The truth is, the reason why Brittany Renner is doing this is because she's a washed-up-ass bitch, man. I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why she's doing this is because she's a washed-up-ass bitch. She thought she was going to go get with Kevin Gates and he was going to legally marry her. But no, he's a Muslim. You know, he believes in having multiple wives. See, she thought she was going to go get paid. And he was paying her, but she just wasn't going to get the relationship that she expected from him. Long story short is, he was a fake Muslim or whatever. Now she ain't got no time to be a fake Muslim. Now she got time to go be hell on her baby daddy. Well, she was probably hell on him anyway, obviously, because the bitch set her, she actually set him up. She documented how she was going to set him up. She might not say specifically, oh, I'm going to set up PJ Washington, but she said basketball players are very dumb and you can get pregnant by them pretty easy. And guess what? The truth is, the reason why she's giving him hell too, because he married her, I think, in the state of North Carolina. And North Carolina, like most women, like if a woman was to have a baby by a man in California, she'll get sick ass money, like Tyrese and Samantha Lee situation, right? But no, because they're in North Carolina, she gets the minimum or the maximum, which is like, I don't know, probably like $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month. She's not getting rich off of it. So now she wants to be hell while she's bouncing off from dick to dick in Hollywood. And truth is, the only reason why Brittany Renner's name is still alive too is technically it's our fault for even broadcasting it and talking about her still. Truth is, we need to let her die. I mean, well, I didn't mean die literally, but we need to let her legacy die, and we should even really be broadcasting and promoting her antics at all. You know, even if it is for commentary, because all she's doing is just raggedy baby mama shit. And then they wonder why black men decide to go and get them an uppity white girl.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja.
Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just because you give a white girl doesn't mean she's gonna be right. But you get with a certain type of white girl, come from her dad's name is Clarence, and her mom and dad are some real good parents. Might work out a little bit better than dealing with a chick like Brittany Renner. XO Pro says we made to marry hoes famous since Kim K. Oh, we made many hoes famous since Kim K. Facts. Well, think about it. Most cases, most women get famous because of men anyway. Think about it. Even actresses, singers, they usually blow up. Like for example, yes, we all know that Tina Turner was the voice of Ike and Tina Turner, right? But dude, it was Ike who put her out for the world. It was Ike who put out her best hit. I wouldn't say her best hits, but it was Ike who put her out on the map to the point that she ended up, getting with, the people with the little hats, and she broke off from them. Matter of fact, do y'all know that the What's Love Got to Do with It film is technically all fiction? Do you know that there's even if you even look on interviews, from past interviews, it might have been Tina Turner who was actually the abusive one? Because there's one time where I think there's something y'all can look up too. If I'm not mistaken, either Ike Turner got quiet or he left the interview, but she was kind of being disrespectful to him. So, y'all can say whatever y'all want about What's Love Got to Do with it and believe that's what happened. But if, body language is very important. There's body language experts. And you can just look on those videos where they used to be interviews and stuff like that he wasn't this evil guy that was just beating her up like people made the scene, like in that movie. XL Pro says Brittany from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, near Mobile, Alabama. I didn't meet her in time, so I dodged child support. Yeah, for real.
This is a sick Negro.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. She's fine, bro. She's beautiful. Like, what a waste. What a waste, bro. What a waste. Like, she was supposed to actually, ideally, what I'm saying, her mom didn't protect her. Her dad didn't protect her. But that woman was supposed to get with some athlete, she was supposed to get with somebody of some stature or somebody, and she was supposed to multiply that look, man, because she's a beautiful woman, bro. You know who she looks like? Teyana Trump. If y'all know who Teyana Trump is, as a matter of fact, her and Teyana Trump had a photo shoot together. Yeah, have y'all ever seen that? Let's see here. I don't know if y'all know who Teyana Trump is, but if you know, you know. Let's see here. But they look alike. But I'm gonna show y'all right now. Damn, they might have more than one picture together. But here she go. Since we got time to span, let me talking shit. What the fuck? Uh-oh. Yeah, we gotta watch out here, because what? They be trying to fucking put like viruses and shit on your shit, bro. Can't just get the goddamn picture of shit. Okay. A reputable website got it up. Jesus Christ, man. I ain't about to put viruses on my shit. Yes, the B-star. The promo star, yes. Let's see here. See, here we go. Here we go. Oh no. Y'all trying to take my little money? Them bitches look alike, bro. Don't they? Sheesh. Oh, my God. Sheesh. Run that back one more time. There we go. Them girls look like twins, bro. Sheesh. Them some beautiful women, bro. Them some beautiful women. But yo, what they say is always better to lease than to own, bro. Because yo, because when you own, she break it, still gotta pay for it.
Emotional damage.
Or you can just treat it like a 3 or 4, pay at the hole.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Shit for real, bro. Shit for real. Yeah, man. Shit is for real. What else do I have for y'all that I can show y'all real quick before we get up out of here? Man, I should have been a little more prepared, but a man support man, I think he sent me this though. I thought this was actually kind of funny. Goddamn.
Yo, bitch, easy.
Goddamn.
He ain't lying.
Shit. Most women are easy. They're just probably easy for the right guy. You feel me? Because I still remember when I had one of my girlfriends, one of my exes living with me. And I remember my homeboy came back and told me that him or his homeboy tried to holler at my girl. And she was not talking to them, bro. And look, I ain't gonna cap though. I actually kind of felt a little good, like, yeah, my bitch ain't talking to nobody else, yeah. But guess what? She probably just didn't want to talk to them niggas, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that she don't want to talk to nobody else, bro. You feel me?
This is a sick Negro.
But sometimes we can't get too happy, you feel me? Because, yeah, she probably wasn't dumb enough to go cheat with somebody in the neighborhood. That didn't mean that she wasn't fucking with somebody else out the neighborhood. You dig?
Got to know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Yo, but it's been 2 hours 15. I did my overtime. I appreciate y'all. Please hit up my Cash App, man. $ Cali West 1. Every single dollar and proceed goes right back to the Cali West Miami channel. You know what I'm saying? I know I'll be talking about them chicken sandwiches, but I ain't gonna buy no chicken sandwiches. It all goes to equipment and just bettering my show. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy your Labor Day. Peace. Yeah.